So I've had several like amazing teachers, and like only two of them have stood out to me, and like Miss Saiidi is one of those two, because like I never like I always considered myself more like of a science person and math person, but then like I took her class and I remember like just falling in love with like how she taught, because she was interactive, she was strict with us, but she was also very caring with us, which is like some qualities that you don't normally see in a teacher. It's like one or the other. And like I just like remember how like she taught us about like our culture, and it's something that I didn't know. Like I spent like so many years kind of like ignorant about like what like how my culture started and like how like history started, and she was able to kind of like enlighten me about that. And like because of her, like I've advanced so much in like my learning both in Spanish and inside the classroom and outside the classroom, and like I appreciate her for that.
She came in for a demo lesson in a Spanish class, and everybody instantly loved her. We instantly loved her. She came in, we remember seeing her, she passed out like this like worksheet we all had to fill out, and I swear we learned more in like that we learned more in those 15 minutes that she taught us than like we had learned that whole week. And I was like, oh my god, I want her. I want her to teach here. And she was just like so like energetic. She was this little like energetic person that like just gave off such positive vibes, and it was so cute.
Wearing and how she was speaking.
Yeah, she was wearing like that
Green nice shirt, her heels, black jeans, and then she was talking about tildes and accents.
Yeah.
And well, same thing. And when she like explained them, I was like, ooh. When she was explaining them, I was like, Miss Romero, who? Because like I like retained so much more information in like not even an hour, like in 30 minutes, and she has helped me got it like a 4 and a 5 on my AP test, and she's the only teacher that I've gotten those scores for, and for that I'm always grateful for her. She's always checking up on me, and just I'm so grateful because she's taught me more about my culture than anyone else, so I love her.
Is like you don't just get a Spanish teacher, you get a Spanish teacher, you get a literature teacher, you get a history teacher, you get a mentor, you get all of these things. Like you get a counselor, like when I signed up for her Spanish language class, like I was just expecting, to learn Spanish, how to write, how to read and everything, but I ended up learning so much history from my ancestors that I didn't even know. I learned all, like, I didn't know Christopher Columbus. Like, I didn't know the year he came here. I didn't know how many people he killed. I didn't know about all the massacres. I didn't know about the Spaniards. And I felt so astonished at the amount of things I didn't know and the amount of things she was able to teach us in just 1 year. And I was like, oh my God, I want more. She gives you that thirst for knowledge, not just in Spanish, but like basically everywhere else. So, yeah.
Recently I went through like something really impactful in my life, and like everyone says like teachers are gonna like leave an impact on you, but like there's only one other teacher that like has been like a mentor to me, and who has been like very nice to me. Like I've never had like a good relationship with like somebody like an older person like that, and so like it was kind of tough for me to like, it still is, but like Miss Saiidi is so understanding and everything. And when I went through the like rough patch, when the rough patch started, like she was the only teacher who like actually reached out to me and like took time out of her day to like make sure that I was doing okay. So it's like you really do get like this amazing mentor and like teacher, and
Yeah, like my mom loves my Saiidi. Every time, like she even like the slightest question, she doesn't even tell me. She just directly asked her, and I'm like, Mom, hello. But I don't know. It's just, I think it's her personality. Not only like them having a lot of similarities, like coming from the same culture, but it's just Miss Saiidi has this such warm, like passionate soul. Like it's so wise, and she's just, no matter how you look, who you are, what you do, she will bring you in with open arms, and it's like so amazing and inspiring. And for that, like, I want to say thank you so much, Miss Saiidi, because like you've opened my eyes to so many things, and like you made this trip for me possible. And I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh no. and it's just amazing. Like I see her like a second mom.
Yeah.
I remember like when it was like college application season, we needed to get a letter of recommendation, and I asked Miss Saiidi to write me one. And like I remember like she spent like that lunch like how like asking questions about me like in order to write the letter of recommendation, and like hers was one of the 2 letters of recs I used to send to like my dream school. And I remember like when I heard back from that school that I got in like my absolute dream school, like I started crying and everything. And like I just remember when I walked outside, like I was like crying, like I got into Barnard, and she was there. She was like, oh, you got into Barnard. She said congrats, and I remember she was hugging me and she was like rubbing my back, and like she gave me a kiss on the cheek, and like I started crying even more. And like her letter of recommendation, like I worked for my application, but like what she wrote for me, and like I feel like it's something that like was passionate and like definitely helped like the admissions committee see me for who I was, and like I will forever thank her like for that, and like for helping me like pass my AP exams with 5s on both, and like just for being like a second mom to me, because she's always like been supportive and she's always been patient with all of us, like no matter no matter how like annoying we can be, like she's always like been patient and caring, and like I will forever appreciate her for that.
Sure, because you know our families worked really hard. They weren't able to travel, and Saiidi, like in the classroom, she opened our minds. But with this trip, she was able to open doors for us to new places. And she said she did this because she wants us to be able to see the world. She wants us to see what education can do for us. And I appreciate her so much for this, because like I already loved her so much as it was like at school, and like she just opened so many more doors for us, and like I think she's just gonna continue doing that. Like I said, I even wrote this in the letter. You mentioned the ripple effect, and I told her that too. I was like, this didn't happen overnight, but what did happen was Saiidi decided to not stop at high school. Saiidi decided to go to college. With that one decision, she impacted so many lives. She decided to go to college. She decided to keep trying, because I know it was rough for her. I know life gets us down, but Saiidi decided to go to college. She decided to strive for 4 years and then strive for a couple more years to get her teaching credentials. She decided to come to our school, to interview our school. She decided to get over those butterflies in her tummy and do that interview. She decided to take those extra steps in our lives, and she's made such an impact. Like I said, she opens your mind so much. All of this because she decided to keep educating herself, and as a result, like she's educating us, and I aspire to like educate others the way she educates us. So we have so much to thank her for.
Why not?
Right? I know.
Okay. Hello. Alrighty. Thank you guys for reflection time.
I just like want to cry again. But this time out of happiness, not disappointment.
Oh my god. Okay. You guys, hang on. So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for such a beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed Granada. That's one of my favorite places in the world, and I've been to a lot of countries, so I hope that you also enjoyed yourselves. And thank you so much for being on time to every single meeting point. It was so nice, you know, Dustin and I came right at 8 or 8:01, and everyone was already there. I was like, wow. So you regained my trust. Okay, so tomorrow during the free time, 100% of the time is your free time.